All right, so in true fashion of celebrating 10 years with me, Dana Donofree, founder and CEO of AnaOno, is also the 10-year legacy of AnaOno. I mean, there's such a story here that I just can't even believe I get to share today. And it's very funny because I have a few little surprises that I have been like hiding away, like just never really understanding or knowing like when was the right time to do it. And it just feels right. So I'm gonna take you guys on a little bit of story behind AnaOno. I was in the hospital room. Imagine this is before smartphones. So like everybody just didn't have an access to a camera in their pocket for whenever. So my fiance and my mother come with me to my mastectomy, and they bring a camera. And I'm like, you are not to take pictures of me today. This is not something that needs to be documented or needs to be remembered or that I'm ever going to want to look at again. But here I am getting ready to be wheeled into my mastectomy, and they're taking pictures of me. So, did anybody else keep this? My hospital gown from my mastectomy is in my keepsake bin. And there's reasons why this hospital gown are in my keepsake bin. It might not be just because it was my mastectomy gown. I would have never thought to keep it. It's literally because when I left my mastectomy from the hospital, I had nothing to go home in. I think that my doctor probably told me that like, okay, you can't move your arms, there was an elephant on my chest. I could not move. I could not lift myself up out of bed. I could not use my arms. I couldn't do anything. So when it came time to get home from the mastectomy, I brought like whatever other 27-year-old would bring to a hospital. A sweatshirt, a t-shirt, and sweatpants. Because like, how else do you go home from the hospital? I never had a major surgery before in my life. So the reason why this gown is with me, still to this day, is because this was the only thing I could wear leaving my mastectomy, with the drains that were coming out of me that were now safety pinned to my surgical bra. And I just remember this experience as like the most like dehumanizing experience I had ever been through before. I just felt like I was riddled into nothing in such a short moment from just having my breasts chopped off from my body. And it didn't even dawn on me that things needed to change in that moment. That's not when I had my enlightening moment. I just knew that this was an awful experience, or ever have to have that experience. So that being said, I don't know. Now it's 10 years. I think this thing should probably go in the trash. I mean, whatever. It's fine. The catalyst on AnaOno is not just the hospital gown, but it was when I sent my mother out to say, hey, Mom, I don't have any clothes in my closet to wear. What am I supposed to wear? Am I supposed to just walk around the house with a surgical bra with these bulbs and these fluids and these drains and all of this? So my loving, fine, dear mother goes to Marshall's. And well, what does she pick up? I can't even with this. This to me is exhausting, even thinking about this. Robe. She thought she did such a good job. If you guys can't tell, this is like terry. Have you noticed the sleeve ruffle? This is 2010, y'all. It's not 1960. And this beautiful garment was what I lived the following 2 to 3 weeks of my life in. Every day, every morning, I would wake up, I would put this over my surgical bra. I'd probably have my surgical bra today if I didn't have to like cut it because it was like so ill-fitting and the Velcro was like actually starting to chafe my skin. But this is what I wore for 2 to 3 days. So my boss is coming over with her kids to bring me chicken soup. My neighbors are coming over with their food. The owner of my company is bringing bags from her chef to feed us while we're at home because I can't cook food, and I love my now husband dearly, but he's not a great cook either. And this is what they were presented with every day, was this lady in the turquoise robe with the roughly, so anybody that's heard my story more than once, you all know that this robe is presented in every single story I tell. So this is it. Again, a catalyst of something I didn't realize at the time, but was going to come later. And follow behind that, I'm now out of my surgical bra. It's disgusting. It's got like ooze on it. I've sliced through all of the elastic around my rib cage because it's so painful. But now I have to like start going to work. So what do I have is, I think this is so worn out, it doesn't even have a label on it anymore. But when you hear the story of my hot pink sports bra straps, you better believe this is the culprit. It's been worn, used, and washed so many times. It's literally actually tearing in the back. I didn't take this off until it started to rip and tear. I know I got it at Target, so it's probably Champion or something like that. And this was my lifesaver for weeks and weeks and weeks upon end. I didn't want it to be pink. It was literally the only thing in Target that wasn't too compressed, like wasn't too much compression, didn't have like a whole lot going on, was just a soft piece of material that I could now finally get my hands over above my head and like put on. Wore this almost every day for weeks and weeks and weeks on end. Those three things is what started AnaOno, believe it or not, because that was my life and that is how I was living, and I refuse to do it anymore. So with that, I am going to take you down the road of AnaOno's 10 favorited or most popular styles that we've had in the last 10 years in the making. Okay, now here we go. The number one style of AnaOno, because I feel like this should start at number one and not start at number 10, like a count up, because I gotta tell you, I think they're all incredibly amazing and have a special place in my heart. I don't design anything for AnaOno that I don't wear, so that's maybe good and bad, I don't know. But that being said, the Rachel was really my first bra design. And the reason why was because I just wanted to feel sexy. I just wanted to feel beautiful. I didn't want underwires. I didn't want a molded cup. I was sick of this gapping and this puffiness and these spots where my nipples used to be. I just wanted beautiful lace to work on my brand new body. Some of you know the story that the reason why I have a mastectomy tree of life tattooed around my chest is because I could no longer look at myself in the mirror and see my scars. And I figured if you could tattoo on nipples, why not tattoo on something I wanted? So my tree of life tattoo comes around in the shape of a demi bra because I literally could not find a demi bra to fit my body. I went so far to tattoo it onto my own skin that I realized I needed to design it. I scoured for this beautiful, sexy, elegant lace. I made a beautiful neckline and we had an incredible photo shoot. Women in tutus, I can't even believe I went there. And forever, Rachel is still in our collection. She has been revived, she has been revealed, she has been regenerated so many times. But even still, with all of that, she's still here with us. She is now the AnaOno Gloria, but she is still sexy, she is still beautiful. Sometimes I run out of lace and I have to reinvent her. It's what I have to do. But she's been the Rachel. She's the cornerstone of the entire collection, and now the Gloria, named after my dear friend and beautiful, beautiful, strong mother, patient, and survivor, Gloria. All right, so next, behind that is the Kelly. So here's what I thought to myself. I love wearing a sports bra every day. Sports bras are by far the most comfortable thing I could wear. It's by far like doing all of the right things for me, giving me like that nice little hug I needed. But why does it have to be a sports bra? Like, why does a sports bra have to be a sports bra? So that's where I came up with the idea of the Kelly. It could be shaped like a sports bra. It could perform like a sports bra, but we can make it in lace. And the Kelly was amazing. What I didn't realize about the Kelly was that due to the unique nature of using a four-way stretch lace, what that taught me in that moment was this is going to stretch and mold to all of our different body types. So I found myself fitting women that were flat, that didn't have breasts after their mastectomies, that had one breast but flat on the other side, to those of us that were reconstructed, and it just worked for everybody. And I learned so much by having that bra that I realized I could make a cupless bra as long as I had the right material. And so not only is the Kelly literally still in my underwear drawer, I still wear it all the time until the lace will break, shatter, and completely break down because of how many times I wash it. It will get reinvented, but the pseudo number 3 to the Kelly is the Jill. And the Jill was the version of the Kelly made specifically in a super hot pink lace that was to celebrate my dear late friend, Jill Conley, who had an incredible documentary about her, The Light That Shines. And Jill is forever in my heart. She remains on my favorite list in my phone. And when Jill passed away, I was incredibly and absolutely devastated. But Jill has been and always will be my muse. And the reason why I learned so much just about breast cancer in itself, but also this was Jill had reconstruction just like I did, but she lost one of her implants. So she lived with just one breast reconstructed and the other side flat. And in doing our work together, I realized just how important it was to love your body and love yourself through all of that. So Jill, my friend, I love you. I miss you every day, but you are always here with me. And thank you for always inspiring me and being right here in my office at the beautiful face I look at every day. So number 4, all right, are we ready? The Miano robe. The reason being, you remember earlier that turquoise, disgusting terry robe, ruffle sleeve. Yes, that's real. But I designed immediately this robe. I thought to myself, I really, really did not enjoy how much money I had to spend on things that just got thrown away after my surgery. And I borderline refused to do it. I just refused to buy things that I only needed for a matter of time because I was 27, I was broke, I was paying for my cancer. I didn't have extra money in the bank, so I didn't even really have a choice. But why the Miano robe is so special is because the belt on the inside is really designed so you can take the management of those drains for that time being, put them in a pocket, wrap yourself up, don't need to leave your mastectomy room in your hospital gown. You can get wheeled into the car, you can get put on the couch at home and with a little bit of dignity and beauty in sight. I mean, it's so soft, it's so glorious. And then when you're done, you take that nasty belt, you burn it, you throw it away, you tear it apart, you take scissors to it. Girl, you do whatever you need to do. Just know that it was designed with knowing that I wanted you to feel beautiful. I wanted you to feel comfortable. And it meant so much to me to think if you're sitting there in that robe for 3 or 4 weeks to recover from your mastectomy, it's so much better than that terry thing that my mom got me. All right, so number 5, our very, very first front closure bra, the Sandy bra. I still get emails asking about where's the Sandy. Sandy was named after another one of my beautiful, beautiful friends. And what was so great about this bra is that it closed in the front. Because after surgery, I couldn't put anything on over my head or close it in the back. So I wanted something that closed in the front. But what was great about the Sandy was I made it in this beautiful bamboo material, gorgeous colors. And it was just really that opportunity to recover, but feel beautiful. So I just named most of our bras that we launched our collection with. And what really changed over time was that I wanted something designed for every single facet of my underwear drawer. So if I wanted something casual, if I wanted something sexy for date night, if I wanted something to recover in, if I wanted something to lounge around or go run errands in, these were all the important parts of my life that I still had to live after my mastectomy. So that's what really generated that first collection. Well, what happened is as we grew and as we got bigger, I didn't make any of the bras with pockets. I didn't make any of them with pads. So in 2010, when I got diagnosed with breast cancer, nipple sparing surgeries were very, very limited. I would say almost rare. My doctor had told me I could potentially save the nipple on my left side, which was my healthy side, that it may also die and fall off afterwards. So I was like totally creeped out by that. I didn't want that at all. So I thought every woman with breast reconstruction was just living nippleless like I was. Like I didn't really realize that we had choices because I figured who would make that choice. Fast forward 5 years, 2015, nipple sparing becomes a very plausible opportunity for patients to conserve and or rebuild the nipples after their breast surgery. That's how advanced the reconstruction got. So now I was getting all of these complaints from women saying, oh, I love your bras, but they don't have any pads in them. So I'm like constantly at headlights and they never are pointing in the right direction. So then I said, oh, I have to completely redesign all of my bras to have pockets so I can put in pads so you can use them or take them out or whatever. And then I started getting a lot of complaints from the mastectomy audience because mastectomy women were now writing to me and they were saying to me, why are you just making bras for women with breast reconstruction? Why don't you make bras for us with the mastectomy? All we need is a pocket for our breast form. And I thought to myself, well, because you guys have options. We don't have any options. But then I realized your options aren't great. And if I'm going to do this and I'm really going to empower breast cancer patients, I need to make sure I'm designing bras for all breast cancer patients. So we launched our first pocketed bra. All right, so now I realize that pockets are important. Pockets just aren't important because of the breast forms or the modesty pads. It's important because it's the only way you get your bra covered by your insurance. Nobody told me bras were covered by insurance when I was diagnosed. So this was huge. I thought to myself, if I can help patients utilize coverage that they already have, then why not just do it? Why not just make it possible? So I launched our first ever pocketed bra, the Aurora front closure. So yes, unfortunately, we phase out my dear, dear bra, Sandy, and we bring in Aurora. But what's amazing about Aurora is she had straight straps and convertible straps. Not everybody liked my racer back. And she was now pocketed. So if you were in expanders, you could put some pads in if you wanted to fill out under clothing. If you were a unilateral and you wanted to use a pocket or a pad on one side, you could. This is really the first turning point of AnaOno truly getting into an all-inclusive space inside the breast cancer community. I knew my friends were flat. I knew some didn't have reconstruction. I knew some lost reconstruction, but I was not necessarily focused on the mastectomy crowd because I thought they already had enough options available to them. We changed everything after that moment. So every single time I would design a new bra, one would come with the pocket. Mostly just, again, to make sure that all of our insurance got covered. Number 7, the original Chiata bra. And the reason why I say this is because I got a story from a woman that sent me an email after Hoda had retweeted our launch party in Philadelphia. And she had said to me that her dream was to have her partner have the ability to unhook a black lacy bra from her body in an intimate setting. She goes on to tell me about how she has no breasts and how her reconstruction had failed and it left her feeling emotional about her body and about the way she felt about herself. But she was working through all of that. But the one thing that she really, really missed was this sort of very sensual, intimate feeling with your partner of getting undressed or being undressed. And in that moment, like hearing that story made me really realize that these aren't what define us. I already have total detachment issues from my breast reconstruction. They aren't breasts to me. It's not a big deal. But I think as some women feel, we do want to be sexualized and intimate and sexy and all of these things. And it's not about having breasts or not having breasts. It's about how we express ourselves and how we want to feel. And what do we want the world to see? And what are we sharing with them? So I loved designing the first flat bra ever that was completely intended to lay sexy against a flat chest, to cover the scars that some women are insecure about or feel uncomfortable with, and to give that feeling of getting undressed with your partner back. And in doing so, the Chiata was born, named after my beautiful late friend who just lost her life to stage 4 brain mets a few months ago. And from there has been reinvented to the Gina, which we have today, and soon will even be a third rendition of the bra launching in February. So please check it out. It is literally beautiful. And again, because of the uniqueness of the lace, even if you're flat on one side, you can also wear the style as well, and it helps cover some scars. Number 8 might just be one of my now favorite sports bras, because at the end of the day, I am like ridiculously comfortable in a sports bra. Like, I'm not gonna lie, just because I have a line full of beautiful bras. I love wearing my beautiful bras, but like, I have literally been known to wake up, sleep, and wake up again in the Bianca. I am telling you what, first of all, Bianca is named after my beautiful, beautiful friend. She is strong, she is smart, she is talented, she is everything that this bra embodies. And I just like, it's just got like this power mesh back, and it just like, oh, it just gives you this like perfect hug. It's such a comfortable hug. I sleep in it at night. It feels so great on my skin. It's also pocketed, so you can wear forms or not wear forms, easy to get in and out of with the front closure. And I could just like literally wear it for hours. It's seriously my favorite. And number 9 is one of the simplest, easiest bras that I didn't even really understand or know why I was doing it, but I practically live in it, is the Leslie. And the reason why the Leslie is just so special is, I don't know about y'all, but my hot flashes are off the chart. So when I was in treatment, I just could not imagine like wearing a camisole underneath every single piece of clothing that I had on. So I said, okay, well, if that's a camisole, what does a camisole do if it's cropped in half? And the Leslie was born. So it's literally just this beautiful modal material with mesh inserts for venting for my boob sweat, because like, even though I don't feel them, the boob sweat still happens with the hot flashes. And it's just this gorgeous piece of soft material that I can wear all day. I wear it to bed, I wear it at night. It's just 100% it. It's everything. And a camisole and a bra. It doesn't have any support. I'm telling you right now. So if you've got one natural breast, it's very voluminous, and you want some support, do not wear the Leslie. You will be very unhappy with her. But if you're reconstructed, you're flat, or you're single, it's just a really comfortable, quintessential, easy peasy piece. And my last, I'm going to say, piece number 10 is not a piece in the collection yet, but it is a long anticipated piece that, when I tell you this piece has been in the making for 3 years, it's 100% the truth, is our beautiful, sexy, soon to be called Abby lounge pant. I have a prototype. You've seen it walk on the runways at New York Fashion Week. I'm living in it. I can't even handle how comfortable these lounge pants are. It's like wrapping yourself in just like a huge form of luxury and softness and beauty. They're wide leg, they're flowy. They're gonna be out in November. You're gonna lose your mind. They are incredible. Like I said, you've seen them on the runway, you've seen them in our catalog. Beautiful, young, gorgeous Previver Abby modeled them for me in Chicago. And we have literally taken that long to not just get them into production, but they also have hidden pockets in the waistband. So if you are recovering from your mastectomy, you can also put your drains in the pockets. So I just wanna thank you all for your support. I would have never had the opportunity to talk about my 10 favorite styles over the last 10 years of my diagnosis with the launch of AnaOno if it wasn't for your support. So I thank you so, so much. Stay tuned. Tons of more exciting stuff coming later in the day. Just so happy to have you here, and an honor to get to do this with you all today. Thank you.